Get you that Kung Fu swang.
Lunar Light Entertainment proudly presents XingYiQuan with Frank Monday. Xingyi is classified as one of the internal styles of Chinese martial arts. The name translates approximately as form intention fist, shape will fist, or mind form boxing. Xingyi is characterized by aggressive, seemingly linear movements and explosive power that's most often applied from a short range. A practitioner of Xingyi uses coordinated movements to generate bursts of power intended to overwhelm the opponent, simultaneously attacking and defending. Methods vary from school to school, but always include barehanded fighting training, and the training of weapons usage with similar or identical body mechanics to that used for the bare-handed intense. Is reaching up towards heaven a little bit. The little finger is reaching up towards heaven. This hand behind is supporting with palms up. As you move through the Pichuan, the hands are going to change this way to down, palms down. But watch the change. Hands are going to open, and they're going to change here. And as they change, this one is going to cover the elbow. What comes to rest at Dantian. Yeah, it's going to open. Thumb facing in towards Dantian. This one's straight forward. A little bend. It's the striking surface here. This is the striking surface. Good. Let's try it again. We're here. We're going straight up the center line. And as we go through, open. Go through. Back again. Good. So what that action does is go back into your first action. First action, if I'm trying to throw a punch, you split straight up the center line. Bang. All right. So you win. If there's a char, center line, you win. Right. If I split you, then I win. Okay. And then so you've already won through. Now you piece one through, and you'll grab this hand and split down as you step through. Again, split the center line, and then step through. Zhanzhuang is a general name given to postures which one holds in place for prolonged periods of time, anywhere between 2 minutes to 2 hours. These postures are related to postures used in actual fighting, and are sometimes identical to them. Initially, these postures are taught as static training stances. After a short amount of time, though, the practitioner would be taught how to move the muscles and connective tissues on a minute level from inside of the body, making these stances very dynamic internally and more challenging to train. The most common Zhanzhuang among all Xingyi schools is the Santi Shi. Other common stances include Hunyuan Zhuang, Wuji Zhuang, Fuhu Zhuang, Xiangrong Zhuang, and there are many variants. There are many reasons for training Zhanzhuang. Among them are, and in general, it is the simplest method to work on training one's intent. Good. Okay, so the Baochuan, the 特点 is this is here in front of the face, elbow pulling down a little bit. Yeah, looks good. And this is lifting up. This lifting up. This one stays right in front of the face. Good. Okay. Second posture, back fist. Good. So that one, as it curls over, right, and comes down, that wraps up an arm. So go back to your pound, go back to pound. Already, boom, right? And then you punch in. Go ahead and punch in. It's like block. Fist you in the head this way. Or the other side, you punch in this way, and I over back fist here. Also, I can use it to wrap an arm. So I've got this arm, and I back fist this way. Also, you can do double pound action. So you can pound once, twice, with 2 attacks. So I'm coming in, I want to hit you and pound twice. Once, twice. Yeah. You're gonna keep your elbow down a little bit. This one comes here. This is also a pounding action to the face. Boom! It wakes them up a little bit. I come in, I'm gonna grab you. Boom! Yeah. So you get the benefit of a dual pronged attack. Boom! Yeah. I'm gonna punch in. You're gonna pound, reach underneath you. Reach underneath and pound up the kick. Now, make sure when I'm punching in, your elbow's lifting up too high. You're exposing your ribs. You want to weave in and you want to connect so that I can't control here. So you want to slip it in enough that you get the lock here, that I don't go over, but right about there is where you want it to be. So I punch, yeah, control it, right. And don't expose your elbow. Don't expose your ribs. Yeah, keep your elbow down a little bit. If you throw your elbow straight up, you leave me the option to get your ribs. But if you keep your elbow down, I have no such option. Okay. Bye, Mom. All right. So show me double pound, pound, pound. Good. Keep the back relaxed. You're twisting from the hips. Pound, pound. All right, pretty good. One can learn the body alignments of the art and perfect them in a more relaxed state. Correct breathing can be trained more methodically while holding Jianzhuang. There are certain health benefits involved in such training. Some teachers consider Jianzhuang to be the most important practice in Xingyi, whereas others neglect to train and teach them altogether. The use of the Santi Shi Jianzhuang as the main training method in Xingyi dates back to Luo-Neng, the founder of the modern version of the art. In Dai Xingyi, the central and most important training method is called squatting monkey, a dynamic movement exercise rather than a static posture held in place. Since the 1980s, Jianzhuang has become more and more popular in other martial arts, many of which, such as some schools of Chen-style Taiji, borrowed these methods from Xingyi. Also called friction stepping, plow stepping is an exercise meant to ingrain in the practitioner the correct forward stepping habits and methods of Xingyi, which are different from those of other arts. Plow stepping is a precursor to Xingyi's chicken stepping, which is the transfer of fast, explosive stepping method in the art. Show me your XingYiQuan posture. First posture, like D. So you're going to spear up the center line. Good. So you got your hand up. Go ahead from your peace stance. You got your hand up in peace stance. And we're in here tussling, and I grab you. XingYiQuan up the center line, so you pull it into the waist, and then stab towards the face. Good. So I try to block that, right? And then you XingYiQuan up the center line. Boom! Right to the nose. Good. The benefit of the XingYiQuan action is that we're lifting and pulling the chin up as we deliver the blow. Show it from the other side. So, for example, you punch in either hand, slow one. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Grab it, and then I break through the center line this way. Good. And for example, this same hand, you punched there, right? That's what I'm trying here. How about with that one? I'm gonna have to zhuan out a little bit, right? And then as I pull this one, it's gonna open you up straight up the center line for the kill shot. Don't have to go there though. I can go under the armpit. I could go to the gut. So on and so forth. In many lineages, there is an intermittent stage between the stationary, Jianzhuang, and the more complex 5 elements. The two names above are interchangeable for a few exercises developed to fulfill the purpose. Shirley movements are based elements, versions of a more advanced body mechanics and circles found in the 5 elements in the animals. Their focus is on training one's structure and yi, and can be thought of as a Jianzhuang in movement. They are usually trained very slowly, one movement at a time, repeating the same movement for many minutes on end. The more advanced practitioner may also spontaneously link up and flow between different Shirley movements, or train them more explosively with Fa Jin. In I Ching, the original 5 elements and 12 animals have all been condensed and refined into forms of Shirley, which replace them as the core exercises in the art. All right, let's talk about it. Show me your XingYiQuan posture. Okay, good. So the action here is maybe I comes in and you push it out of the way, and now you're gonna cross in and shoot up the center line. Yep, but you wanna come under and boom, across the side again.
It's not the same as water. Huh?
No.
Water is up.
Right, water straight up the center line.
This is
Hung is off to the side. All right, so you give me 2 XingYiQuans. Hung to cross it out of the way, and then one to clear, boom, good. And then if I could come in again, you just push it back in, hook it, and boom, yeah. This fist is coming up from a. Yeah. So, for example, if I grab you, you can also hung turn my fist off of your arm by coming up and clearing it off. Yeah. So I grab your arm. Boy. Grab your arm. Boy. Grab your arm. Good. As an easy bridging the gap, two-pronged attack. You're coming in and you 1, 2. Nice and quick. So I'm here. I want to fight you. And you go ahead and go. 1, 2. Yeah. So first tap will distract my fist. And I'll think, oh, I'm going to go here. And then you come across.
Xingyi uses movements called the 5 classical Chinese elements to metaphorically represent 5 different states of combat, also called the 5 fists, 5 phases, and so on. The 5 elements are related to Taoist cosmology, although the names do not literally correspond to the cosmological terms. These 5 movements make the base of the art, upon which all further combative knowledge and skill is built upon. Most schools will teach the 5 elements before the 12 animals because they are easier and shorter to learn, though eventually more difficult to master. The 5 elements do not appear in the XingYiQuan, though similar movements and methods exist in that art's curriculum. They are metal, the chopping fist; water, drilling; wood, the crushing fist; fire, exploding; and hung, the crossing fist. Here we see Frank Monday and his son Dresden practicing wood, the crushing fist. It's important to keep the E, or intention of the fist, downward, like an arrow descending from heaven after being shot from a longbow. The turn is done here, and stomp of the foot. Again, gentle stomps of the foot as to not unintentionally injure yourself. Pichuan for the change. We're going to need to do a little more complex series of motions here to get back into the right posture. We've got a reverse hung and then a bong chuan straight down the center line. Bong chuan. My former teacher always mispronounced the Chinese words, which made it confusing for me upon coming to China and finding the correct transliterations, intonations, and pronunciations. I'll forgive him for that, as he was a southerner. XingYiQuan is a serious and powerful style of martial arts which utilizes aggressive straight-line attacks. For many hundreds of years, it has been the art of choice for soldiers and bodyguards in China. It was founded by the great Grandmaster Luo-Neng, who created it based on the systems of XingYiQuan, or heart intention boxing, which he had learned in the Shanxi Province. The system is based on the theory of 5 elements from the I Ching, or Taoist Book of Changes, and makes use of 12 major animals in the formation of the various barehand and weapon sets, as well as fighting applications. A strong emphasis is placed on function, whether for internal cultivation or external combat. Many of the movements make use of special body movements to aid in dispelling chronic conditions such as back pain, fatigue, scoliosis, etc. In application, it is primarily used for close-range combat, resulting in instant takedowns. Due to the nature of XingYiQuan, many of the movements and applications are quite dangerous. So take this into account if you endeavor to study XingYiQuan and spread this art. As always, practice your KungFu daily, meditate on spirit, and complete the great transformation of the sexual vitality through the emotional sphere and kingdom and into the realm of spirit. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again. Have a great day. Goodbye.